Hello, and welcome to JXJ Aviation. In this video, we will be looking at the different weight components which make up the gross weight of an aircraft. First, let's understand why it is important to know the gross weight or the maximum weight of an airplane. Different aircraft have different weights. The total weight of an aircraft consists of individual weight components. After adding these individual weight components, the total weight which is obtained must be less than the maximum weight of an aircraft. This is important for two reasons. Structural limits. If the gross weight of an aircraft is more than the aircraft's maximum weight, it can lead to structural damage. The damage would be because of the excessive stresses on the wings, fuselage, and the landing gear. Aircraft performance. A heavier aircraft will require a longer takeoff run, climb slower, consume more fuel, and has to cruise at a lower altitude. So the total weight of an aircraft must be less than the maximum weight limitation of that aircraft. Now let's look at the individual weight components which make up the maximum weight of an aircraft. The individual components. Airplane empty weight. This is the base weight of an aircraft. This includes the airframe structure, such as the fuselage, wings, tail, control surfaces, landing gear, and nacelle. It also includes the aircraft's engines and the systems required for running the engine. The essential aircraft systems, for example hydraulics, flight controls, electrical, are also part of the empty weight. This weight is important because this is the minimum weight of the aircraft. The other weight components are added to this empty weight. Operating empty weight. The operating empty weight includes the weight of the pilots and cabin crews, weight of usable fluids such as hydraulic or oil, weight of catering, which is the food and beverages for passengers and crew, weight of any essential equipment which is carried on board, with the airplane's empty weight. This weight can be used to determine how much payload and fuel can be carried for a particular flight. Zero fuel weight. If we add the total traffic load to the operating empty weight, we get the zero fuel weight. Traffic load refers to the passengers and the cargo on board the aircraft. This is the complete weight of an aircraft without any fuel. Each aircraft has a specific maximum zero fuel weight. This ensures the aircraft's fuselage and wings handle the weight distribution and the stresses are within the structural limits. Landing weight. To the zero fuel weight, if we add the fuel reserves, we get the landing weight. This is the weight of an aircraft when it touches down on the runway during landing. Every aircraft has a maximum landing weight, which should not be exceeded during landing. This weight limitation ensures airplane structural components, such as the landing gear and the fuselage, do not get damaged during landing, and the aircraft stops safely on the runway. Takeoff weight. If we add the trip fuel to the landing weight, we get the takeoff weight. Each aircraft has a specific maximum takeoff weight. Within this weight, the engines will be able to generate sufficient thrust for takeoff, and the takeoff will not result in damage to the aircraft structure. Taxi weight. If we add the taxi fuel weight to the takeoff weight, we get the taxi weight. This is also called the maximum ramp weight. This is the maximum weight which is allowed for an airplane's ground movement, which could be pushback or taxi. The taxi fuel may be used by the APU or the engines. This weight can be greater than the max takeoff weight. However, during takeoff, the weight must not exceed the max takeoff weight. These are the different weight components which make up the total weight of an aircraft. The weight limitations for these weight components will be given in the manufacturer documents. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please share, subscribe, and you can continue watching some of my other videos as well.